Save the EPA. This emergency rally to save the Environmental Protection Agency, USEPA, was held on Tuesday, March 25, 2025.
And we're part of an ad hoc coalition with lots of groups called the Emergency Environmental Justice Coalition.
These environmental and climate justice groups rallied in opposition to the attacks by Donald Trump and Elon Musk on the US EPA and on environmental and climate justice policies and programs. This rally took place at the US EPA Region 9 office, 75 Hawthorne Street, San Francisco, California. Bradley Angel, Executive Director, Green Action for Health and Environmental Justice, introduced the speakers. Leotis Martin led the chants.
All right, so we're going to start the picket for a few minutes, then we're going to get right into the rally.
Leotis.
So if we can set up the picket line, say starting, can we get one person right here for this end and another person 20 yards away, and we're just going to kick off our event today. And I think the EPA, the Environmental Polluters Agency, that Trump wants it to be, is here. And we're here to defend the Environmental Protection Agency, who doesn't always protect us, but they do a better job, and we need them.
Thank you,
so I'm going to give this mic to Leotis. Lee, if you can stay here and just chance.
Hello, everybody, hello, everybody, hello. Hello!
Hello!
What do we want? When do we need it?
Clean air!
What do we want?
Clean air!
When do we need it?
Now!
Y'all dragging, boy. Y'all got to do better than this. What do we want? Clean air. When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want? Clean air. When do we need it? Now! We want clean air now. How about that? We want clean air now.
Labor rise!
Let me tell you why we want clean air. Because it's not natural for a kid to be born with club palate. It's not natural for a kid to be born with one leg. It's not natural for a woman to keep having birth defects.
Bradley Angel speaks about Donald Trump's new EPA administrator, Lee Zeldin, attempting to gut environmental laws and eliminate environmental justice programs.
So-called EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin, the Trump hack, put out on March 12th his 31 points of completely destroying the mission of the EPA. They want to allow increased in particulate matter pollution, reduce mercury standards, allow more wastewater, more mining, more coal, more nuclear. People are going to die if they get away with this. I wonder if Josh Cook, the new EPA Region 9 Administrator, is here. They certainly know we're here. And if he is here, and if he's not a coward, he should come out.
I'm Ariane Harrison. I'm the Executive Director of the Marie Harrison Community Foundation. One thing I want to talk about today is life, right?
Life!
Life led with love, that's why we're all out here, right? Because we want to extend our longevity on this planet, correct?
Yes!
Can I have everybody say, can we live?
Can we live?
All right, when I say can we, can you say live? Can we?
Live!
Clean air and water should be a human right. We shouldn't have to beg for that. In our communities and communities across this country, just like ours, we are not protected by the agencies that are put in place to protect us as human beings. It's the God that we serve, right? You have to have a spirit, a balance to do this fight. This is a struggle, y'all. There's no way that we should have to stay in an industrial sacrifice zone, right? There's no way that we should have the highest rates of asthma and respiratory lung disease amongst youth and adults in the southeast sector of San Francisco. Is that right?
That's right!
Don't take it no more. What y'all say?
Right!
My name is Ariane Harrison. I'm the Executive Director of Marie Harrison Community Foundation for Social and Environmental Justice, and I'm out.
Hi, I'm Janet Johnson. I'm with Richmond Shoreline Alliance, which is a project of Physicians for Social Responsibility, San Francisco Bay. I see some of those wonderful doctors here today. I want to give them a big shout out for supporting the environmental justice organizations around the Bay. 1,000 Grandmothers is here, 315 Bay Area, No Coal in Oakland, Mothers and Fathers Committee, Bayview, Hunters Point. Thank you. We are here and we are holding the line. The new EPA chief, Lee Zeldin, issued the biggest environmental rollback in U.S. history. He says that the agency mission is, quote, to lower the cost of buying a car, heating a home, and running a business. Okay, no, so it does not exist to lower business costs. The EPA does not exist to boost profit. It exists to protect the environment and public health. That's its entire reason for existing.
Hi, I'm Ted Franklin from No Coal in Oakland. It's really a very important thing for the EPA to keep the fight against coal going. It's played a key role in determining that the emissions that come from fossil fuels are causing the climate crisis. So I want to throw out the science. In No Coal in Oakland, we've been fighting for 10 years. These fools came up with a plan to take coal from the ground in Utah, bring it by train all the way across the western states through California, through many urban communities along the tracks in the East Bay, and take it to Oakland, put it on ships, and send it to Japan to be burned. That's the plan 10 years ago, and we've been fighting them for 10 years. Well, now there's a billionaire, a guy who's suing for $1 billion against the city for its opposition to coal. We're going to need support. Well, what we've been fighting for is West Oakland. West Oakland has terrible air pollution, terrible health conditions resulting from that. And we see it as an environmental justice fight, not just a climate justice fight. And environmental justice, we have a plan for environmental justice, but they also have a plan for environmental justice, which is to scrub the words environmental justice off of their websites. Are we going to let them do that? No. And I hope they can see our torches lit. That's right. And our pitchforks out. We're here, we're ready, and we're going to fight.
My name is Nicole Domino. I just want Donald Trump really to know, if he keep killing us, he don't have nobody to bully. Donald Trump.
I'm Leonis Martin. What we're doing is very important. We're trying to save lives. Not just our lives, but everybody else's lives that live in these areas. People that come from the other side of town come to Bayview, they're acceptable to the same thing we're acceptable to because you're breathing the same air. That's why we fight so hard, because we just don't love ourselves, we love everybody else. That's what this do. It helps us to love other people. It's about love. Because all these things that's happening, it's not natural. People don't die for no reason. And all we have to do is just look in our community and we'll find the reason. They're not looking in our community. No. They don't give a damn about us. Wherever you at, they don't give a damn about you. They're going to do what they're doing. All they care about is their money. God bless y'all.
Unconditional, a poet.
I'm representing all things Bayview. I am also a poet. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to say a poem real quick for y'all. This is called Brown Skin. Brown skin love the skin you're in. The sun decided to kiss you longer than the shade did. Brown skin love the skin you're in. The coral hair and natural curls. Brown skin love the skin you're in. Remember, brown skin, you the one that everyone lean on. Brown skin, you're a leader, not just put on a pretty stool. Brown skin, everyone wants to be your twin. Whether you're pulp or curvy, skinny or bony. Brown skin, you always have someone trying to be you. Brown skin, love the skin you're in. Cause brown skin, you never duplicate it. You are the original. You are the owner of all men, brown skin. Don't ever forget you are the best of all mankind, brown skin. You always set trends. Brown skin, love the skin you're in. Brown skin.
My name is Imari Keith. I'm 25 years old, so I think back on my time as a youth, the first time that Trump was elected. I remember kids crying in the hallways, people really just feeling completely demoralized. Now I think about where we are now and that Trump is back and now he has Elon and a few others. And there are people who feel that what he's saying is right. And I just think about the way that we're all here together today. We have the power to work together to really create true change. And at the Sierra Club, we're really trying to make sure that that's something that we stick to and we stand by. We've sued Trump's administration over 100 times. We'll continue to keep doing that if we need to. And we'll also be out here in the streets with y'all making sure that that's happening as well. And yeah, I mean, Trump also closed its Office of Environmental Justice and External Civil Rights and a few other things, right? But we really have to talk about like what this means, right? Who this affects. Like this affects people that come from our communities. I grew up in Bayview Hunters Point. It's a lot of folks from Bayview Hunters Point here today. In San Francisco, we are one of the most neglected areas of San Francisco when it comes to environmental justice. But yeah, I mean, let's talk about what this pullback will really do. I mean, send thousands of children to the hospital and force even more kids to miss school, pollute the air and water in communities across the country, cause thousands of Americans to die each year and speed up disastrous climate change. I mean, I could list these things and they're on paper, but these are all things we've been seeing. Like, we don't need to keep seeing them on the paper, y'all. I'm sure we know this. So yeah, we're here today to just let y'all know we gonna still be here, and we're really just happy to be here today. Thanks, y'all.
I'm Anushka. I'm here from Tri-Valley Cares up in Livermore, and I'm standing here today because I'm angry and I'm heartbroken over and over and over again. The EPA's latest rollback on environmental protections, it doesn't just feel like a policy change, it feels pretty personal. It's targeting our breath, our water, our communities. It's the difference that lies between safety and sickness, between survival and sacrifice. I work with communities living near toxic waste sites, like the Livermore Lab, which makes and tests nuclear weapons. These communities already carry the burden of pollution, of contamination, and of neglect. What happens when the very agency that's supposed to protect us decides to dismantle and treats the people like it's disposable? These 31 actions that they're planning to take, they disempower every single one of us. They silence our voices. They raise decades of environmental justice work, especially the work of BIPOC communities. Over and over, I keep thinking that this is not just a climate issue. It's about health, it's about housing, it's about race, it's about jobs, it's about gender. Everything is under fire. This is not a single issue fight. And we'll show up again and again, no matter how much they try to shut us down.
The California Environmental Justice Coalition. I'm happy to be back in San Francisco where we got Bayview Hunters Point. I used to be a substitute teacher, Scab. I think I got a soul down there. I might not have had one before that. It showed me the gross inequality of California, the most unfair state in the country. Sitting here with our allies who are helping us to do something about that. I was a part of a group of people working with the Tribal Water Rights Coalition that was finally suing California over its racist water rights and its allocations. Basically, if you stole your land long enough ago, no matter how violent you did it, you got magical water rights. Doesn't matter how much it rains, doesn't matter how much it snows, you get to take as much as you want. So we out there watching Gallo in the San Joaquin Valley, which is the greatest wealth-creating agricultural region in all of human history, and it's the most poverty-impacted households in America. And it's all because it goes right back to these senior water rights that are pretend magical water rights that have been given away through acts of white violence. And we finally had the USEPA pick it up and say, we feel you, we're gonna sue California, we got your back. Yeah. So where's that EPA at now? It's so goddamn unfair. So thanks for the chance to speak today, Brad.
Dave Brody, I'm the Policy Director for Al Gore's Climate Reality Project in San Francisco. I'm having flashbacks here. 55 years ago, I was in anti-war protest, and we were trying to get rid of a liar, a cheat, and a criminal, and we got him out of the White House, and we never thought we would have to deal with a despot, a liar, and a criminal again, but obviously we were wrong. Now, here we are. The irony is not lost on me that we're fighting for an agency created by the only thing Nixon got right, the EPA. Just to entertain my flashback further, back then we used to chant, hell no, I won't go. And so let's reprise that to say, hell no, we won't fold. Hell no, we won't fold. Hell no, we won't fold. Hell no, we won't fold.
Continue to part 2.